something which has been an absolute joy for all of the coaches that have been here. The smiles of faces as you leave is the things that are the most important about UR7s Kenya. And all of that has been made possible by our sponsor Atlas. Atlas's passion for sport in Nairobi, passion for sport in Kenya, has meant that it's given access to UR7s to come here for this 6 weeks, for UR7s to come with coaches from all over the world, equipment, do some legacy planning, work with coaches, coach education, work in places like this through to working with the Kenya under-19s. Ultimately, without the support of Atlas, without the support of CEO Carl Espray, none of those things would have been made possible.
Atlas is the leading provider of sport services for the oil and gas and mining sector in East Africa. We're a company based in Nairobi, listed in London, head office in Nairobi, senior management team based out of here, and so we're passionate about all things East African and especially everything Kenyan.
He shared our vision. He shared a vision of giving opportunities to young Kenyan rugby players from all over the country the chance to have some really good coaching, learn a little bit more about the game, and understand the opportunities that might be there within the game of rugby sevens.
I think sport in general is a great tool for people facing hardship in life to learn team skills, learn skills that are applicable outside of the sporting field. Most people in Atlas are mad about rugby, 15s and 7s. What's interesting to us is just how popular rugby is in Kenya at the moment. You can see every time the national team lands in the airport, the chaos in the main roads as everyone rushes off to meet them. And obviously it's interesting, Kenya's very successful in certain athletic sports, but this would be a real chance for Kenya to be competitive at a team sport on a global scale.
Kenyan rugby is hugely growing, Kenyan sevens is growing, and with anticipation of the Olympics in Rio, and Atlas feel very passionate about trying to help grow that rugby and grow those opportunities for young Kenyan boys and girls.
With it being introduced into the Olympics, obviously, it was quite interesting for us to look at a training program or something to try and empower people in the country to be really competitive on the international scale.
And from there we began to build the program, built a program that has now travelled 6,000 kilometres across the country, coached almost 2,000 kids, has visited over 55 clubs, schools and universities, has worked with over 15 coaches, has met some of the most wonderful players and people that I've ever met in the game of rugby.
UR7's done an amazing job, an amazing company that's done this in different regions around the world, but just what a story to come to Kenya and hopefully further in the future, training kids, not only the seniors, but the children that will be the future and the future face of sevens rugby in Kenya.
And that's down to 2 years of hard work, some very, very special people that have helped us make it happen, and ultimately the support of the KIU and Atlas that has made this opportunity come to fruition, and hopefully will mean that we're here not just in 2014 but for many years to come.
Anything that comes in and brings value and helps them have an edge of the next person is welcome, totally.
They're definitely more than welcome, anytime, any day.
They have to come back. It's not like we like to see them, they have to come back.
Definitely, not even next year. As long as you guys come to Kenya, you just come, you're welcome, you can come to our homes, you have tea, you have breakfast, you see movies.
We'd love to see you here every day, but of course that's difficult. Yeah, so we are looking forward to seeing you guys next year.
Just the amount of kids that have been exposed to the game and just sort of developing their skills as well, and also coaches coming in and just sort of working on their coaching ability and helping grow the game around the world. It's a good concept.
I think it's just about sustainability, trying to look for a way that we can able to sustain these development programs.
We just need to get it right and do it continuously instead of waiting for every other year for it to happen.
I think we all agree, both Atlas and UR7s, the future isn't just Kenya, it's regional countries within East Africa who all, I think, to varying degrees, are excited about sevens as this new Olympic sport, and a sport that's obviously growing hugely.
We want to work out how we can leave a lasting legacy, how our program can be more sustainable, and that legacy of UR7s Africa or UR7s Kenya not just last for 2014, 2015, or even just up to the Olympics. We're talking about being here for 4, 5, up to 10 years.
I'm really keen to see how far we can progress with this. I think UR7s is getting places. I think with the Olympics in 2016, we're in a prime position to really explode onto what we hope the Olympics does and opens the eyes to the world to the game of sevens, and just see how it goes from there.
I think in the future we'll certainly be back here and learning more and more about those stories and how rugby and rugby sevens are giving opportunities for people around the world.
I mean, the roads are tricky to get there, but you know what I would say to that is get in the car and go. It's worth it.